Still,
the intro is hard.
still the undefeated, undisputed intro in all of podcast entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. This is Black Table Talk. I'm Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a living legend, Mr. DYDC, Julian Todd, and the man who keeps us all sane and is a baller himself, Mr. Chris Parrish. We are also all here because of a legendary company, Todd's Terrific Turf. What's up, fellas?
Man, I'm doing good. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm good. Man, listen, it was tough getting up here today. I was rushing, and it's hard for a fat man to go up and down these 3 flights of stairs. As soon as I get to the top, I'm like Sherman Clump. I did stairs, yo. I did stairs.
Man,
leg day after leg day too. I might add.
Oh my.
Yes.
You find me at
Man.
the bottom of that flight of stairs, chalked out.
Man, I went for a walk around the park today. I saw
Hey.
some ducks.
Did you have your New Balances on?
I had,
In your leisure suit.
I had my Nikes on. I was enjoying nature.
Drinking his bottle of Ensure.
I was.
He's like working for the AARP.
Oh, my
Sound like your life today was a Medicaid commercial.
my non-skid tennis shoes. I had them on.
Hey, boy, you gotta be careful with them non-skid, boy. You cannot slip in those, boy.
I was enjoying just how simple life is, or how it could be. Just let nature do its thing. You know what I mean? But
Do you hear that tone in his voice? He's got this subtle mixture of Morgan Freeman and Forrest Gump.
Andy and I. Oh man.
Sorry, man. I took away your thunder, man. Tell us about your day.
Oh man, that was it, man. I went to the lake and I just observed life, man.
I was sitting on that park bench.
All its forms. Yeah. Well, I walked by some park benches and took a gander. Yeah, we're gonna use that word tonight.
Took a gander.
Gander at the wildlife around me, and I came to an appreciation of what I saw, man. That's it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Oh,
You
man.
gotta enjoy life sometimes.
No punchline there. Just
For a minute there, I thought we were leading into a sermon, and then God revealed Himself to me, and go on, preacher, give it on to God.
who was the head of my life. But no, we just chilling, man. We just chilling.
What's up, man? You gotta have those days for sure. Just gotta have those days for sure. But listen, man, we are back for our third episode. And we have not been number 3.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at us. Our every other week episode, doing just enough to make y'all want more. Man.
Always leaving one more.
All right. Julian's energy tonight is brought to you by Sonic Seltzer. What you sipping on over there, bro?
This is ocean water. Yes, if you know me, you know I love ocean water. I've already had the melody, and I've already had the mango guava, and next I'll be having the orange pineapple. Don't worry, you'll see the cans. And for everybody out there who's gonna say, "I can't believe you're drinking a seltzer," hey, look, I lift weights, I eat right. I don't drink a lot of beer anymore. Well, every now and then I do like to have me one or two. But man, like if I'm relaxing, man, did a lot of work today. I'm gonna sit down and be a little bit of water, so
Well, I was rocking the rattlesnake tonight. So
hey, I got something to say, and it might just bite.
Oh man.
But yeah, and we're here to have some fun tonight, and we're not going to hold anything back. So you're probably sitting there wondering, what in the hell are these guys going to talk about? This is it. What else did you want from us? Anyway, we are going to be talking about cancel culture. And in this show, we don't get canceled because it's our show. And then YouTube shuts us down. Copyright violation. I felt offended. You're such a bully. Okay, now that I got that out of my system. Now that I got that out of my system, the person I think who's most passionate in this group, as we spoke in our group chat earlier on America Online Instant Messenger, Chris has a couple of points that he would like to start out with, and we're going to kindly jump in. So, Chris, I'm going to turn the mic over to you.
Cancel culture. Can I first start by saying he's told it? Can I first start by saying
yes,
I hate labels. I want to start there. I just hate how we got to label everything. Just
me too.
I just hate. I hate there's just a word for everything. You know what I mean? From toxic masculine, we talked about it already. Just all these, let's make a hashtag. Let's these hot button. But anyways, you
Pronouns.
know what? All of it, man. I'm just sick of it, man. The word is weird. It's weird out here. But cancel culture, man. Like from the very beginning of it, man, I saw it as a not so clever means of avoiding conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it amounts to me. We can leave it there. We can just
yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's really what it is, man. Like that's really what it is. A not so clever.
You're right. I mean, we're essentially the generation of the keyboard warrior. Where we operate off of hot takes and we're able to say whatever without fear of being punched in the mouth, like the gentleman who was pissing Mike Tyson off a couple of days ago on the airplane.
I'm glad he got.
Believe that. Believe that. Not scared of being punched in the mouth, but being scared of being punched in the mouth will stop you from doing a whole lot of stuff. But let me tell you, like, cancel culture, man, it's one of those things where you're avoiding confrontation, you're avoiding conflict, just because it's easy. It's easy to avoid these things. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's harder to sit down and talk to somebody. See where they're coming from. It takes work to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm not one to live in the extreme. I'm not one to sit up there and let's cancel everything. I'm not one to sit up there and let's accept everything. We got to be moderate about this stuff, man. But you know what I mean? Like cancel culture is, I'm not gonna do nothing that I don't see a positive or benefit to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that I ain't seen a positive to it yet.
See, man,
one of y'all show me, tell me.
Too many people, like y'all said, man, can't have the conversation. Excuse me. Let me drink again. Too many people can't have
hydrate yourself
without getting angry,
or a beer in your case.
And see, man, part of the problem, man, with that is that once again, two people can't sit down, have a conversation, completely disagree, and then go on with their day without worrying about, oh, you know what, I disagree with you. We can't even talk anymore. Whether that's religion, whether that's politics, whether that's just everyday life. You're looking at the life of a celebrity. And let me say this: too many people, regular everyday people, live their life like worrying about the life of a celebrity. Like once again, let's look at somebody like R. Kelly. When that came out, everything he did. First thing people want to say, you know what? I'm not listening to R. Kelly anymore. I don't support him. What he did was wrong. Yeah, what he did was wrong. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. But am I gonna stop listening to R. Kelly? No, I'm not. I still listen to Ignition Remix, and it is still a banger. But just because I decide, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna stop listening to him because you decided to stop listening to him. Now you're gonna look at me like, oh, you must support what he did. No. Listen to clearly what I'm saying. We're agreeing, but your course of action and my course of action is different. And when people can't agree upon that thing, then that's when they have problems.
At what point do we go from, if you disagree or I disagree, and we left it alone to, you disagree. Oh, you're a bigot. You're racist. You're a part of the problem. At what point do we go over to that side of the fence? What happened to just having a simple conversation and expressing our views? And let that be that. Why do we have to start putting rules and labels over everything, like you said?
Because
and more importantly,
people are acting like their feelings matter. Your feelings don't matter. If somebody hurts your feelings when I was growing up, tough crap. Get thick skin, go on about your day, and do what you got to do. Don't sit here and try to make somebody else feel bad because what they said hurt your feelings. You know what, man? When I was growing up, I got called dark. As you see, I'm almost the same color as my shirt. But you know what I did, bruh? I didn't care. I'm dark. Okay, guess what? Can't change it. I'm not gonna get mad at you because you called me dark. Only thing you did was point out the obvious. So excuse me for not getting pissed off at what you said. Is what it is.
Well,
But people
it's
gotta
funny.
get up and
It's
go on.
funny. It's funny you mentioned that. Something simple like that you blow off, but now you got situations like they're trying to cancel Captain Hook from Peter Pan because he has a hook. All of a sudden, that's I'm serious. I'm serious. This is serious. This all of a sudden is offensive to people with handicaps.
Oh my goodness.
They want to cancel. Yes. They want to cancel Tiger
Hell
Lily
no.
because that's offensive to Native Americans.
Oh my goodness, bro. Like at the end of the day, man, we got to be able to walk and chew gum at the
Wait a
same
minute.
time, man.
Whoa.
Like this is
So-
weird, man.
So are we gonna cancel Forrest Gump because he had leg braces? Like what the what? Where is this going to stop?
Jenny.
Hey, Forrest Gump was special needs. What they gonna do is say what he made fun of people who were special? No, he didn't. He made a movie. He was an actor that played a role. Like there is just almost no limit to what somebody can say. Hey, you know what? This happened. That made me offended. Everybody else should be offended. With
Well,
it.
I don't remember if I
As
don't
long
think.
as it's like my bad, Justin, but as long as there's a dollar amount attached to
Yes.
victimhood, it's gonna be victimhood all day, bro. Because we got people out here doing it for.
Victimhood. Say that.
It's people out here doing whatever need to be done to get some paper, bro. Like if crying, in this passive aggressive, bro. That's what I really want to get to, man. It's passive aggressive, bro. You got folks out here who's doing the most egregious, the most out of the box. You name it, they doing it, and they'll do it with tears in their eyes, bro. They'll do it.
Yes.
They'll do it with tears in their eyes, bro. Like
Yeah.
talking about. They'll sit up there and make you feel like you done did something, and the manipulation is so much infused with their core. Even if you call them out on it, they don't. It's just like breathing to them. It's like, how can I stop doing that? I'll die. You get what I'm saying? That's how deep it is for them.
I have
like
seen-
it's weird out here.
I have seen the most aggressive protesters online. They are online. I'm talking about, they on their keyboard. If you see them out in public and approach them with the same topic, they ain't got nothing to say about it. That's
Not
the
at
crazy
all.
thing about it. Like you said, man, the passive aggressive thing is really like, I'm glad you pointed it out. That's another thing that gets me, man, because of, like, once again, like, we're in the era of thumb warriors. Like you will send out an aggressive tweet, you will make an amazing Facebook post. Your Instagram is gonna be filled with so much information about, how I feel about this, how I feel about this. But then when you're out there, nobody wants to talk about it, and that's the problem. Thank you, Jason. Yes, sir. Keyboard warriors, man. Like that's true. And like people want to sit behind a computer screen or sit behind their phone and put their message out there, but when it's time for them to actually sit down and talk about it, they're quiet.
Well, yeah, they're afraid. Nobody teaches accountability. No one teaches to own up to things or take ownership over anything anymore.
Yep.
And a lot of times, they'll sit here and claim this or that, but they really have no substance behind what they're talking about. So if they actually get in a genuine conversation with somebody who actually has intelligence and is ignorant free, is going to expose whatever their take is.
Let me tell you something. Next time you see somebody going on and on about something, just ask them why. Anything they say, why you think like that? That's your opinion. Why?
I say probably 85% of the people who you're in that conversation with will not be able to legitimately give you a reason behind it. There is no why.
It's gonna get real ignorant real quick. I've been there. I've been there personally. Like I've experienced. Just got somebody stating their opinion about whatever it might be. Man, I ain't got to tell you what it was, but it's why you think like that. Why you believe that? Why you it eventually comes down to I just do. This is how I feel.
How I feel.
How I feel.
You just wake up and just pull ideas out your. you know, out your.
Either that or they. Either that or they go to the what's trending portion in Twitter, click on that and see the popular hashtags for this day and see what am I going to be pissed off about today. Oh, okay, I see it right here.
One thing I realize, man, about a lot of youth right now, man, is that a lot of people growing up, man, like our parents read the newspaper. A lot of us growing up, we watch the news. So at least, you know, at least if it's not completely accurate, we watch it from a reliable source. People now are getting their information from Facebook.
Well, it's like Denzel said in an interview recently. I don't know if y'all saw that. He says if you don't watch the news, you're misinformed. If you do watch the news, you're misled. So, I mean, you know, where do you find reliable sources now? Well, actually, you don't. It's up to you now. It's put on us to actually go out there and, like we talked about before the show, is doing the research, actually learning about things. But before I forget, Byron Jones has a good point here. Keyboard gangsters put stuff out there because they don't have to worry about being punched in the mouth. Yeah, we've said that. Mike Tyson said that, and somebody paid the price a couple of days ago, like we said on that flight. And you know what? We need people to experience more of that. No, I'm not condoning violence, and don't start picketing outside my door.
Hey, I saw some that says stupid supposed to hurt. I'm with it. Stupid supposed to hurt.
Oh, great. Now there's going to be a hashtag. Stupid.
Chris Harris said that, boy.
It's going to be a hashtag stupid too.
Me too. Stupid too.
Now
they'll make that a victimhood you know, stage. You know, I did something stupid and I got hurt. Sympathize with me, please.
Exactly, but and all these people are gathered around them. It's okay. We hear your story. We hear your pain.
Man, let me tell you something. Man. Anybody out here who's easily offended, man, let me tell you how you fix that. If you want to grow thick skin, go be a referee. If you've never sat through a basketball, a football, softball, baseball game and seen how the players, the parents, the coaches talk to an umpire or a referee, and they gotta just sit there and take it.
Open your eyes.
Hey, I'm looking at you but those kind of people, man, like that's really how we gotta face society. Like here, let it go in one ear and out the other. If it pissed you off, go home, detox, get over it, and then go to another day. There are too many people that want to get their feelings hurt, and then they want to find people like them. Did they hurt your feelings too? Oh, you know what? Come with me. Stop.
You know, and there's a difference between, you know, being malicious, you know, with what you say or do, and a difference between just talking and expressing your points of view. But that's forgotten about now, you know.
It is.
I got a question too. At what point, and I said this before the show, what point now has cancel culture become greater than constitutional?
It is so much greater than. And one group of people that benefit from that a lot is the LGBTQ community. You can't say anything, even if you're just asking from a point of understanding. If I'm asking from a point of understanding and it offends somebody, then I've offended everybody, and they want to look at me like I'm a bad person. Okay, my bad. I'm literally asking a question. I didn't know there was a difference in this and this. I'm not a part of the community. I'm seeking understanding, but you're getting mad at me for wanting to know more. I'm trying to find out something so that I can say it correctly and not offend you. So here I am, going outside of my comfort zone to dance around yours, but even though I'm dancing around you're outside of your comfort zone, you're still offended. How does that work?
And the word that they use to cloak all that BS, to cloak it, to it's like putting the medicine in the candy. The word they use was equality.
Equality.
It ain't nothing equal about their behavior, because you can't do what they do. You can't do it. But how they operate, how they talk to you, even if we're talking about, we got adults out here. Let's just say, I'll use myself as an example. Let's say I'm on the job and I say something. Everybody who is gay lesbian, whatever that is. Everybody who's a part of that community can talk to me however they want to. They can chastise, they can voice their opinions aggressively, and what you better do is just sit there and take it. Because at the very moment you go, first of all, let me tell you something. I'm grown. That's number one. Watch how you talk to me. That's number one. We ain't got to talk about what we're talking about. First of all, when you talk to me, you need to understand you're talking to an adult. Number two, my opinion is different than yours. Why can't we just have different opinions?
Exactly.
And from there, guess what you are? You a bigot. You whatever other word they want to call you. It's strength, it's power in those words.
And see, it's
It's
just
strength
like,
and power in those words.
and it's just like everything else, man. It's not everyone in that, man, because like people look at it, and when you like pick on a subject like that, once again, here let me dance around some feelings. When you pick on a subject like that, people are gonna go, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that. Everybody's not like that. I'm offended. Guess what? If you're not like that, I'm not talking to you. If you're offended
Right.
at anything I just said, I'm talking directly to you. Because the problem is that when people try to cater to your emotions, but by some way they still offend you, you know what? That's when you can have the conversation. Hey, you know what? This is offensive to some people, and this is not. And you know what I'm gonna say? Oh, okay, I didn't know. I was trying not to offend you, but don't sit there and get mad at me for trying not to offend you and accidentally offending you while not knowing I was offending you, because then I'm gonna get offensive.
Hey, let me tell you, some folks gonna be a contrarian, bro. That's the word of the day. Contrarian, bro. Whatever you do, they gonna be contrary to it.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
They don't want to agree. They don't
Right,
want to
that's what I'm
find the
saying.
middle.
It's gonna
Well,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
they find
they
comfort
make
in
a
the.
choice. They make a choice every time. Whatever you said, offensive. Whatever you said, disagree. Whatever you just did, don't like it. Hey, they out there. What we do with them? What we do with them?
Stone
They
Cold has
find.
sign language.
They find comfort in the chaos that they bring.
Yeah. Once
That's
again,
how
man,
that's how they live. They live, and that's how they thrive. If they don't have it in their life, then all of a sudden they're empty, and they're over here scratching like Ray Charles when he didn't have his heroin fix.
and, and some people just want that, man. A lot of people,
Yeah, they do.
a
They
lot of
seek it
people
out.
they don't want to find peace. A lot of people literally wake up in the morning and choose violence. I'm gonna find out who I can be offended by. How can they offend me? And if they don't really offend me, I'm gonna make it offensive anyway. And then I'm gonna tell them how they're not a good person. And see, the thing I hate about
To
that, man,
to
is that
what?
there's no growth from that.
Is that? Oh my! Exactly. To what benefit, man? Like every show. I don't want to sound like I'm just beat a dead horse, but every show I'm gonna
Beat it.
bring up this point. Y'all just please forgive me. I'm asking you
Oh
right
boy,
now. Just forgive me.
get
Here
ready.
we
Hey,
hold on,
hey,
wait a minute.
hey,
Go ahead.
bro, it we talk about. I
The
always bring it
FCC is
back.
on speed dial. Hold on.
Hey, I always bring it back to what benefit. Please explain to me, how do you benefit from this? It ain't. I can't see it. It's just you just doing. You just doing stuff, bro. Like I can't,
Well, it's
bro.
like you said
I,
last week with the Joker. I just do things.
I just do things.
Let me
Like
tell
that's
you.
the whole world, man. It's
Let me tell
chaotic.
you what it is, and I got this. I got this from this guy right here. That is being unproductive. That is straight up unproductive.
To the
If
high
nothing
order.
that you're saying is conducive to us moving forward for the betterment of just not just you, but for us, like as people
Hmm.
in general, it's unproductive. I'm trying to figure out how I myself can further educate myself to not offend somebody else, which I don't have to do that, by the way. Don't have to do it, but I'm trying to figure out how I can better myself to live in the world where now everything you say is offensive, and that you're going to take offense to. You know what that makes a person like me feel like doing? Not giving a damn. Straight
Hmm.
up. Like it makes me
But
feel like not care. Okay, you know what? I was
forever.
mean about it, you offended. Try to be nice about it, you still offended. You know what? Sign language.
Hmm. Hmm. We know what that means.
I gotta put it like that. I gotta put a sign language.
It's sad, man. It's sad. Like it's it. man, I don't know how all this stuff took the hold, took that firm. It's got a firm stance on society, at least Western society, bro. Because I mean, if we hop over,
The
if
woke
we
crowd.
hop over, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying we hop over the pond and we go to any Asian country, while we over here talking about how we can coddle somebody's emotions and what boy wants to
Mm.
be a girl tomorrow and what boy or what girl want to be gay tomorrow or just all these weird social stuff we got going on over here. You go over here, bro. Like they ain't doing nothing but learning math and building things, bro. Like we over here, like who,
That's
you know,
it.
I mean, I'm just saying, like in the same time that we doing all this weird stuff, you got other countries out here being productive. I mean, let's just go back to
Well,
the same. You know what I
and
mean?
those other cultures too do not cater to the weak at all. Matter of fact, you're cut off.
Yep.
That's essentially the truth.
Yes.
It's
Sure.
that extreme over there. You don't have time to be a victim. You don't have time to be offended. As a matter of fact, if you're offended over there, you get put in jail in some countries.
You don't have time to be offended. You ain't got time to be a victim, bruh. If we put victim and offended people in jail here, boy, we'll have to be a 50 in every damn state, boy. There'll be more people in jail for being offended than there are people in jail for marijuana. And we know that's a lie. That's a change.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
just saying, pro.
I tell you, man.
Man, I just hate the fact, man, that people can't sit down and have a conversation. Whether that's,
Yeah.
gay or straight, whether that's black or white, whether that's, Democrat or Republican. Like people have to choose to want to move forward. People have to
Right.
choose to want
Well,
to understand the other side.
yeah, for me personally, I don't know if I've told y'all this story before. I wanted to understand some friends of mine. They're Muslim because they had this stereotype against them that they're those people who were taking down planes, they are attacking everybody and anything, and just had this horrible connotation associated with them because of the extremists. So, in order to understand where some of my friends are coming from, I just sat down and said, okay, help me to understand your religion and what you believe in and what's founded upon and how does it maybe compare to Christianity and whatnot. And we had a 2 or 3 hour conversation on more than one occasion. And the negative connotation associated with a Muslim person is so far from who they actually are.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with their theology. I don't, but I still love them and I understand what they believe. But yeah, like you said, we don't take the time to do something like that.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy to go, oh, you wear a turban. Oh, man, you a terrorist. That's easy. I don't have
It
to do no
is.
work. I don't
I
have to
know.
do no work after that.
I work. I
That's
work.
how everything works. Oh, you black? Oh, you must be like this. My job is done. I don't have to do nothing else. You get what
I'm
I'm
telling
saying?
y'all right now. Don't get me started on stereotypes. But I'm gonna say
Man,
this. I worked at a Christian organization, worked at the YMCA. This is in Birmingham. So we had a group of Muslims come in one day for to swim, just to be a part of the YMCA.
Yeah.
No problem. That's fine. Well, during a certain part, in summer camp, everyone is broken down in groups. We had one kid in our group who was, I tell you, we had a couple kids in our group who were Muslim. Well, during a certain time in the certain time of the day, I had prayer time with the people, with my kids in my group. They were Muslim. They didn't pray. I understood that. I was fine with that. So what did I let them do? Hey, you go and do this for the 15 minutes that we're doing this. That sounds fine, right? Wrong. The leader, the person who brought in the Muslim kids said, hey, you know what? These kids felt like, you ostracized them or they felt like you left them out to dry because you were doing, you all were having this Bible time during the time that, and this is not who they serve. This is not what they do. Okay, guess what? This is a Christian organization. I don't know if you knew that when you signed up for the YMCA, but this is a Christian organization. So if I want to take my group and have a prayer time with them, and this is what we have done for a while, that's fine. The fact that I even took the kids out who were Muslim and said, hey, you don't have to do this. You can go and do this. Hey, you can play this game while we're doing this. Hey, That's me once again dancing around the perimeter, but still finding a way back to offend somebody. And
Well,
see,
that's
if
the
that
thing is that.
myself is the problem.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, no,
They
no,
don't
you good.
see.
Go ahead.
They didn't see what you did right there. You gave them the option
Hmm.
of not participating in something that was against their culture, but you still you said in a way that it still made them feel like you could be a part of this, but you don't have to. But that's the problem these days is our people don't see that part at all. They just automatically see, okay, you're a bigot. You did this. Well, okay. Did you look at the whole story? Did you take time to really dissect what actually happened here? Or are you going based off of what people say is a trigger that we're supposed to, bow down to?
That
Yeah,
just goes back to the earlier points of people who choosing to be offended. Because at
exactly.
the very second you go to an establishment who they got Christian in the name, and you go, I'm gonna go to this establishment, and when something pops up that they do, I'm gonna voice my opinion about it and get hurt. That just makes you a butthole.
Bruh, that's
You
like me going.
please find a cliff and jump off of it head first.
That
That's what you
that's
need to do.
that's
I'm
like
just
me
saying.
going to an atheist church, an atheist summer camp, trying to pray. Julian, you can't do that. I'm offended. You don't want me to pray in this atheist summer camp. Well, we are atheists. like
I mean,
that's what I don't get. Like
put
for
Yeah,
real.
it's
put
well,
somebody
it's
in a position to have to explain that is just wild to me. Like don't go if you're an American, please don't go out of this country thinking you're gonna go somewhere and act like you do in America, bro.
Boy,
Because I'm telling you, you gonna
well,
have, bro. I'm telling you,
it's
do not
listen.
go nowhere.
you
Bro,
hear what you
America, I'm telling you,
they
bro,
threw a shoe at George Bush.
bro, it does not go
What the
down
hell
like
was
that.
that? I saw a shoe and I saw a
You know,
Nike.
you know how the police, you know how
Whoa,
the
Hold on,
police
wait.
Air
here.
Max.
Hey, you know how the police, you know how our police here will like show up for just anything. Like if you call the police about anything, our police will show up. But go out in the country to call the police. Hey, I got this going on in my house. Well, quit. Like it's like, no,
They look
no,
for
nobody's
Man,
showing up for you,
it's
man. Like,
it's
I
selective.
like
tell you.
stay in your house, bro. Like,
It's just selective double standards. It's kind of like the people who decide to make thirst trap videos and only and have OnlyFans and just showing absolutely everything to draw people in. Then they get pissed off because people objectify them.
It
What the
works.
hell, man?
it works, man.
Exactly.
Bro, that is trolling. That is trolling with the perfect mix of passive aggressiveness, bro.
I'm
Like
so
that is.
glad you brought that up. Let me say my piece on it.
Go
And
ahead, go ahead.
I'm finna speak to every female
Here we go.
directly
Oh,
who
oh.
Well, not every female,
or
just the ones who.
buys or who buys those butt cinching, cooter grabbing tights.
Uh-oh.
Let me
He's one
say
of them
this
country
note,
terms to get his
because
point across.
I'm getting sick and tired of these girls wearing these one size too small bras. They got your breasts sitting up by your chin. These two sizes too small tights pulled up to the bottom of your nips, and then you sit there and get offended if a guy looks in your direction, even though that's the attention you're going for. You'll wear that to the gym. Get upset if a guy looks at you, but post that same picture on Instagram or any kind of social media and get upset if you don't get more than a certain amount of likes. Stop. Like
Trolling.
it has to stop. And I hate to be on one side of thing more than the other, but it's mostly women. You don't see a guy post a picture with his shirt off and say, "Oh, I can't believe these women are looking at me." You're a dude, you're in shape. Hey, you know who's gonna look at you? Women. And you know who else gonna look at you? I ain't gonna say it. But we
Came
gonna
in.
pass yeah, so we gonna pass
Hello.
that. But you know what's not gonna happen? They're not gonna get offended by it. I hate when people put themselves out there to be objectified and then get upset when they're objectified.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me. Stop it. Ladies, stop that. Stop it. Please stop it all together.
They ain't gonna stop. They
not. Matter of fact, because I said stop it, it's finna get worse. That's how it
exactly.
works.
And now you're gonna be you are considered a bigot now, sir.
I'm a bigot now.
Yeah.
They're gonna think I don't like women now because I asked them to stop wearing the butt extension tights. No, I'm just a married man. All I want to do is go to the gym and work out. That's all I want to do. I ain't worried about nothing else. I want to go see what my PR is from about 6 months ago. I don't want to see Becky with the good hair.
Who the good hair?
With tights pulled up to her traps. I don't want to see it. First of all, it looks ridiculous.
It's kind of like the TikTok videos of the girl who's like clearly taking a selfie or video of herself, and like she catches a guy way in the background who just glances over, and she's like, "Oh, look at this guy who looked at me."
Man,
I'm sitting there looking at.
If I'm somewhere and somebody's just like recording themselves and just like. It's like, well, that ain't just what normal people do. Like,
it's not.
Yeah,
well, it's not. I'm not looking over there to check out your ass. I'm looking at you because one, you're not doing a damn thing. I've done 4 exercises to your one set.
Right.
To your one set. Oh, and by the way, you're on the station I need. Get your ass gone. Be gone.
And you walk in the room. All right. Why ain't nobody looking at me?
Yeah.
And God forbid if it's a woman in there who actually lives, because there are women in there who actually live with weights. And
yes.
I've been in there. I've seen a girl in there sitting there squatting 315, and I'm sitting there looking like that.
That's what's up.
You about $130, about for $145, and you just PR'd 315, girl. That's
impressive.
Next thing I know, I'm in the background of a video being a perv. I'm sitting there like,
exactly.
I can't stand how men look at me. No, baby. You are Bill 50. You just squatted 315. I'm impressed. Hey, knuck it up. You did a good job.
That's
Once again, that's not the image they want to show off. Mm-mm. They want to show off that they're being objectified by somebody, and that's not the case. A lot of the guys in the gym are looking at other guys like, dang, man, I gotta get like that. Hey, he kind of swole, I'm trying.
It's me versus me in the gym, bro. But I am looking at the posers who don't have an inch of muscle, who are over there sitting and doing a side chest and flexing all up in the mirror. The biggest thing at my gym right now, and I know we're so far away from the points, but these teenage and college guys will sit here in a huddle in a little circle almost with their shirts off, not a shred of muscle, doing bodybuilding poses, and then sitting there talking about how much of their pre-workout they take. They're like, bro, I took a 600 milligram caffeine pre-workout. I'm like, dude, first of all, I don't know of any pre-workout that has that much, and if it is, you're a complete dumbass for taking that much caffeine and putting it in your body. Like you have no, I'm sorry. Stop me.
No, you're good. No, I'm saying no. We're really not that far off topic, man, because we're talking about the whole cancel culture thing, and like the part of the cancel culture is like women are trying to, a lot of people trying to cancel men being men. God forbid me see an attractive woman in the gym that's in very good shape, and me look in her direction one time, and the one time I look, oh my gosh, he's a pervert. No, baby, I'm married. I'm good. Trust me. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna keep going. You just happen to be in my eyesight. Matter of fact, you're right under the TV where ESPN was playing. So I'm not looking at you. In the words of Shawn Michaels, please do not flatter yourself. That was my favorite thing he ever said. Do not flatter yourself. Like, man, but a lot of people they just look at it and they just run with it.
It's the audacity, bro.
It's the audacity.
Well,
it's the audacity.
To that point, for me, if I do look at a woman working out and I find her attractive, I'm gonna look at her. But also too, being a fitness guy, I have a degree in exercise science. I've been involved in powerlifting, strength coaching, bodybuilding, everything within the fitness arena. So a lot of times when I'm looking at men or women, I'm looking at their form. Yes, I am judging.
Exactly.
and I critique mentally what they're doing, and that's just what I do because that's how I'm wired. I'm not sitting here thinking about when I get at home, I'm gonna pull out the old lotion and take care of it. No, but this segues into. But also, no, they don't want to see it because they're being told one thing. Exactly. Just like something that goes with that. Another thing that's being counseled: genuine compliments. We're not allowed to compliment anybody. Men
Man,
can't compliment women at all anymore. Back in early 2000s, 90s, 80s, if you were to say, hey, I think you're beautiful, you're attractive, or that looks good on you, you gotta thank you. I really appreciate that. Now
I
it's
got a
like
boyfriend. Okay,
or no, not so much.
don't
I got a
care.
boyfriend. Is you're objectifying me. You're a pervert. And then too, this generation, if you say that on Twitter, all of a sudden they put your tweet on blast. They quote tweet you and start bashing your simple compliment that was not meant to go any further than, hey, I think you're attracted to. Oh, look at this guy. He's trying to slide my DMs, and all of a sudden the explosion of estrogen happens.
The era
And
of the
I'm sorry,
street.
I'm not just picking on women. Not every woman's like that, but a lot of people who are on the social media culture are operating that way.
They are,
Oh yeah,
man.
I remember. Do y'all remember? It had been about we probably touched on about 7 8 years ago, if not more. I can't think. But do y'all remember that Bama game where who was the quarterback? I think he
What,
started with his last name started with an M, like McCarron or something like that.
AJ McCarron?
He
Oh
had the
yes,
girl. He had the
yeah,
girl
yeah.
who was like a Miss
Catherine,
Alabama.
yes,
Yeah,
Catherine Webb, and
yeah,
Brent
and
Musburger was sitting there just
yeah.
Dateline NBCing her the entire
Hey,
game.
No, no, man,
hey,
no, man.
he
He went,
spoke from the
bro.
heart. He spoke
Bro,
from
no, bro. Look, he was just like, "Yo, she beautiful, she beautiful." Bro, no, but I was so happy. I know that was a while back, but I'm so happy that like when she spoke out about it, all she said was, it was fine. Like it's nothing wrong with a guy saying I'm beautiful. Like it was, but she could have took that opportunity to be a victim and just take off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
oh, let me write a book about how embarrassed I was being on
Yeah,
TV and this
yeah.
guy. Like she could have took that and milked it for all. I mean, and there's gonna be a lot of women who will. I mean, and who have. You know what I'm saying? Like taking just something that simple. But my thing is, when do we get to the point? And I still want to know when we get to the point that it's okay to chastise another adult, unless something very very awful or just out of bounds has happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about, you see an
Oh, the
adult who,
Karens.
yeah, I mean,
Brad, let me
but what
tell
I'm
you.
getting at, you could just do something so small and somebody feel like they got the lead way to just turn up on you, man. Like
Let me
I
tell
don't.
you what,
Where
man.
where does that come from,
My,
man?
my, my buddy Jason just left a comment, man. He said, the truth hurts and this generation cannot handle it. There are so many people out here that literally cannot handle the truth. There's so many
Hmm.
kids out here that can't handle the truth. Like if you tell a kid right now, hey, you know what? You're entitled. Like you feel that just because you started working a job, you should make $12 an hour, but because that's what they're paying, and that's what you should make. No, no, that's not true. Like you don't deserve that. The fact that jobs are paying this right now is out of a necessity. Like
Hmm.
doing
Yeah.
what you do doesn't warrant $12 an hour. You happen to be growing up at a time where it was great. My first job was about $7, if not less, an hour. But you
Mine
know
was
why? That's
mine was six
because that's
fifty.
what yeah, and that's because that's what it paid at that time. And you know what? I didn't start my job at $7 and say, damn, I should be making 850. I'm doing this. No, when I was paid, I said, you know what? I'm working my butt off. I'm gonna work my butt off for what I have. This generation feels like things should just be handed to them, and like people now feel that like their emotions should just be catered to. People think
Hmm.
that like if you say something, let me consider everybody's feelings before I speak how I feel. So wait a minute, you want me to consider your feelings before I consider mine? Yeah, that's a mental sickness. That's how people end up messed up in the head because they're so concerned about offending somebody else that they can't tell you how they really feel. So they're gonna
Hmm.
harbor other feelings inside themselves and create a further problem with themselves. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like the truth,
Anytime.
truth can be spoken. One thing somebody can't dispute is a fact. If you can name a fact about somebody, they can't dispute it. No matter a damn how you feel, it's a fact.
Mm-hmm. You can't talk to another person like you don't understand that they are another person, like with their own brain, with their own thoughts, with
I'm
their own
sorry. I'm sorry.
experiences.
What the hell did you just say?
You can't talk. You can't talk to
Chris,
another person.
Remember, he's like 5 beers in, so you're gonna have
Hey,
to.
it's all good. It's all good.
This is the water.
I'm here for it. You cannot talk to another person as if you don't understand that they're another person. It's plain and simple. They have their own experiences. They have their own experiences. They have their own viewpoints. Anytime you just talking to somebody and you just think whatever I'm saying to them is supposed to mean the world to them, it's supposed to be law to them.
Right.
Some off balance with you.
Man, I think it's off balance how some cultures will tell other cultures what they should be offended by.
Yeah.
Just a good example. Good example. I'm sure many of y'all probably know, but simple everyday thing that we used to buy, Land O'Lakes butter. The image of Land O'Lakes was the symbol, if you will, was an Indian, and behind a female Indian, and behind the female Indian was land. Well, cancel culture felt that was offensive to Native Americans. So what they do? They took away the Indian and left the land. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? Because when we first got to America, we took the Indians away. I mean, we kept their land. I think cancel culture is a little bit, a little bit off. You basically just symbolically did the same thing to them all over again.
And now it's your idea.
I mean, if it genuinely offends the Native Americans to have their image and likeness on a brand, then I understand. I'm not criticizing you, but I just think that going to extremes like that, it's absurd.
Let's get that Indian off of this packaging.
That is hilarious to me. Let's take the Indian out, but hey, we gonna keep the land.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get chastised for that, but that's essentially what you're doing. You're symbolically taking away.
Let me tell you, we can't get chastised. You know why? Because that's a fact. Yeah. That's literally what they did. They took the Indian off the label and left the land. Like, that's what happened. Like once again, offended or not, you can be offended if you want to, but guess what? That's what happened. Ain't nothing we said, ain't something that's been done that ain't been reported. So, hey, be offended about that.
And one last example, and I want to genuinely ask you guys this, just because, like we talked about earlier, having conversations, trying to figure out what each other's about, trying to find out if something genuinely is a problem to us. Okay, we talked about before the show. Do y'all see any kind of wrong in a statue being erected for Abraham Lincoln?
Man, I don't have a problem with Abraham Lincoln.
Well, some time ago, a statue of Abraham Lincoln was destroyed because some people were offended because they felt that it represented slavery. And my question is, well, how does it exactly represent slavery when the man that the statue was erected for got rid of it? And I'm not trying to make fun. I'm asking a genuine question. Is that something that y'all would be offended by, or anybody else should be offended by, having an image of him?
So now that the statue is gone, what was the benefit? What happened? Please, how did your life change? See, that's what it's gonna always boil down. I ain't gonna exert no meaningful amount of energy to do something that ain't gonna result in something productive.
Say it again, preacher. Hey, real. Say it again.
Please explain to me. Please explain to me. Please explain to me how that was productive.
In case y'all know, we call him real.
I can understand tearing down a statue of Robert E. Lee. That makes perfect sense because of Robert E. Lee symbolizes. But the man who basically started the ball rolling in equal rights, who got rid of slavery, it was taken down. But I just wanted to ask your opinions. But
no, ask anybody this question. Here's where the conversation gets real. Would you rather keep the statues and have equal outcomes for whatever race you are? Whatever there's no racism is gone, but we're gonna keep these statues. Would you rather have that or keep racism and leave the statues? Which one would you rather have?
Come on now, you know what they're gonna say.
Because if you're gonna choose keep the statues and end racism, I'm with you on that. Tear down the statues and leave everything status quo.
It's like just putting a Band-Aid before fixing the problem.
Because that's the reality. We got the statues gone, ain't nothing changed.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing. It's like okay. Nothing. I mean, I get the symbolism, but I mean, it means nothing. At the end of the day, it means nothing.
And see, man, and once again, that's the problem I have with a lot of these things that a lot of people are doing, man. They're seeking change for something that they see versus something that they actually have to go through. Like too many people are so big on, let's change what we see. Let's change what's here. Let's change this emblem. Let's fix the problem of the flag of Mississippi being a Confederate flag. But you know what? The problem of racism in Mississippi, we'll leave that alone. Hey, the excuse is, hey, you know what? That's how they grew up. They are how they are. Let's leave it like that. Once again, man, it's going back to everything we have been talking about of canceling culture versus identifying what the real problem is. Because if people actually identified what the real problem was and a lot of things that they try to cancel, they would have more people behind them for an actual reason versus more people behind them for how someone feels about something. Like, feelings don't matter in society as much as they shouldn't matter as much as they do. Like, once again, if something hurts your feelings, get over it.
Feelings are fickle little things.
Fickle. That's what they are, man. Like, you can wake up every day and feel a different way about something.
And they do. They do. That's the thing. It's like, again, just doing things, man. That's what it all boils down to, man.
But part of overcoming feelings is dealing with adversity and strengthening yourself and being able to move forward. But we're in a society now that the victim is praised over the victor.
Exactly.
But then when those people these young people are going to the job force,
say that again. Say that again. Just ain't hear you.
I got a prophetic word, and we're in a society where, come on now, stay with me. I'm going to bless you. The victim, I said the victim, come on, I feel it. I said the victim is praised, exalted, lifted up. Come on. I'm feeling it today. The victim is declared king, queen, president. Stay with me.
I ain't say do all that.
We won't be long.
I ain't say do all that, but keep going.
Stay with me. We won't be long. The victim is praised over the victor.
My thing, man, that I wish people can see, the message that I wish people can get out of this entire conversation, man, everything that we touched on from, Johnny Depp, from just talking about, statues, like everything we talked about is just like, if you're going to do something with a purpose, like
lasting
do something
impact.
With a purpose that's going to affect you, it's going to affect your family, it's going to affect your kids, people around you. Do something that you're passionate about. Don't go get a statue removed, and then the next day, once it's removed, you done fighting the struggle. Hey, it's over. We won.
Yeah, exactly.
We good. Everything we did is good. Don't don't do that. Like, if you're gonna go out for change, like go out for change. Be that person. And if you're not that person, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Hey, that's the problem,
Well,
man.
you
That's the
know,
problem. That's the problem with everybody. That's the one thing I hate about this new, societal norm where everybody has a voice. Let your voice be heard. Everybody has a voice. But if everybody talking, who listening? Cause
Not a
that's
damn soul.
you know what I'm
well,
saying. You ever been in a room with everybody talking? It's chaos,
Yep.
and that's the world, bro. It's
everybody
nothing
has a
happening.
voice as long as you agree with me.
Exactly. People have to be okay
Yeah.
with hearing something that they don't disagree with and going on about your day. Don't say this person offended me. Let's victimize them because they believe this way. If they don't believe what you believe, okay, cool.
Keep
Cause
it
I tell
pushing.
you what, and I'm going to wind down right now. Tell you what, I'm a wrestling fan. Do you know how many people I hear say, "Oh man, wrestling is fake," and I have to resist the urge to hit them with a stunner where they stand? You know what? Yeah, yeah. I don't like to hear wrestling's fake, but you know what? That's your opinion. Yeah, I don't like to hear. Racism is over. There is no racism. I don't like to hear that, but you know what? Go on with your day. Oh yeah, I'm a supporter of this political group. Cool. Do
Why?
you?
Why offer up your opinions to somebody who ain't heard nobody? If I'm
Why?
driving a truck, I like cars. Okay,
Okay.
now what?
Okay.
All
Good.
right, Ann.
What we
No,
get that? What we?
Hey, you have a
Listen.
good day.
What I'm saying, I don't get it. I don't get them. I've never done that to anybody. I've never seen somebody doing something that's mind their business. It's like, here's what I think about what you just did.
Exactly, bro.
Like I just,
Wait,
I don't
man.
get it.
Let me tell you how I feel about what you doing. Ain't happening, bro.
I'll say this,
weird,
and
man.
then we'll start closing things down. It's kind of back when, similar to when remember Trump got in office, and you looked all over Facebook and all social media, and you went inside family circles or friend circles, whatever. And as soon and listen, I don't care about your political beliefs at all. You do you. But people were basically ending relationships, just completely sending them to exile, cussing them out, depart me from me, for I never knew you, because of who the presidential choice was. Guys, it's not that serious. You know what? If you voted for Biden, that's okay. That's your thing. If you voted for Hillary, that's your thing. If you voted for Trump, it's fantastic. But
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. Cool.
but we shouldn't be tearing each other apart like jackals just
We
because
can't, man. We have to
we don't
learn.
believe the same.
We have to learn to live with each other's differences and be okay with it. That's what it boils down to. Like, you have to be okay with seeing that someone has a different opinion of yours and being like, hey, you know what? Okay, you don't agree with me. That's fine. You live your life. I'm gonna live mine. If we cross paths, hey, let's find something that we do agree on. Because if I do find somebody that, hey, I voted for this person. Okay, I voted for this person. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, you a Cowboys fan? Shoot, boy. Hey, how about it? All that goes out the window. You know what I mean?
And
So
usually
I
they're in
think,
a 12-step program.
I think if a lot more people found more interest with another person versus what they have that are different, a lot more
Yeah.
people would get along. And also, if people
Right.
were able to sit down and have that conversation, just a regular conversation, then they'll be good to go.
Yeah, excellent way to close out. Well, guys, we had another great show. And ladies and gentlemen, don't look and think that we have it all together. We literally just pulled this out of our ass the 15 minutes before we got on air. So we're just that damn good.
Well, let me say this. They pulled it out of their ass. I pulled mine out of this box. That's
No,
real
but
good.
seriously, our show is to speak on the things that need to be talked about, regardless of what anybody thinks. But before we close out, I'm going to go through each of you guys. If you would, tell us what's up next for you. Chris, I'll leave it start you out, or start it out with you, if you would, man. Kind of tell us what's up next for you. And if anybody wants to find you on social media or what have you, how can they do that? And then we'll go to Julian.
Well, first and foremost, I tend to just start my days off by minding my business, drinking my water, and taking my vitamins. That's what I do pretty much on a day to day. If you would like to, if you would like to, you know, view a story here or there, hey, you can see me at Instagram, Mr. C.A. Parrish. You see it on the bottom of the screen. That's pretty much it, man.
Man, I would definitely say, first of all, thank you all for tuning in. Like, this is not going to be your sit down talk show. We talk about this, we talk about that. Like, this is going to be a conversation. Like, if you're ever interested in, like, tuning into our show, asking questions, or, just even being a part of it, like, let us know. JETodd007 is the email. You know where to find me. TikTok, Instagram, Mr. DYDC. Don't forget, SummerSlam is going to be in Nashville on July 30th, and your boy is going to be in that thing. SummerSlam July 30th, man. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to a live pay-per-view event, and I'm going. I'm going to have a whole bunch of these.
You're going to have your Todd Wisers.
Todd Wisers.
Thank you to the people who were in our group chat tonight, Jason, Byron, and whoever else was watching that
Jason.
Maybe who didn't speak up. We still appreciate y'all, and we appreciate anybody who's going to be in the replay. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter at Justin Riley 7, Instagram at Justin Riley _7. You can also find me on another show, the Bama Standard. That's Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's me, senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith, former Alabama running back Bo Scarborough, and linebacker Marvin Constant, and the incomparable comedy legend Steve Brown. Even if you're not an Alabama fan or a sports fan for that matter, you're still going to have fun because 90% of what we do is just joke on each other and have a good time. The other 10%, we do just enough information to keep the old heads satisfied. But yeah, you can find us at the Bama Standard on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Check us out for great interviews with former legends. But hey, guys, we went overtime tonight, but that's all right. It's our show. Enjoyed it.
We do this.
Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, guys.